Hey guys, it's that time of week again, and welcome back to a new episode of Gunpla TV. I am your host, Todd, and I am once again joined by...
Lindsay.
Lindsay, welcome back. Boy, do we have a week for you. Look what has come in.
A lot of people have been waiting.
A lot of people, myself included, because this has been like pretty much at the top of my request for like, what do I want as the next RG, is the Sazabi, and it's here. And look at the size of this box.
I know.
I mean, usually RG kits always come in like HG size boxes. And this is the first time we've ever had an RG kit in a nice large box like this. So it looks beautiful. Do you want to take...
I don't want to touch it. Because I'm going to get my fingerprints on the pretty black.
Yeah, it's a really nice glossy box. But I think being that this is such kind of a big release, a lot of people really want to see what's inside. Yeah. Do you mind if we take a minute here to do a quick unboxing of this kit?
Let's do it.
All right, let's take a look. All right, guys, let's take a quick unboxing look at the real grade Sazabi and see what we get inside of this box. This nice, big, beautiful, large box. On the side of the box, you can see here, it's got some great looking information, of course, in English and Japanese. Probably, I don't know if you would be able to see that if you paused this or not. But hey, if you really, really wanted to, you could probably try it. That looks great. Look at that inner frame. That looks nice and beefy. I was kind of worried after we had that real grade, what was it? Sinanju, the Sinanju frame. It was based off of the Mark II inner frame, and it didn't really do a great job of holding up that kit because it was meant for a smaller kit. But this one looks really, really beefy. So I'm hoping that we have a completely all new inner frame to go with this all new Sazabi. So let's have a look, shall we? Let's open her on up and see what we have. Now, to be honest, I have already actually gone ahead and removed everything from the bags.
Very nice
of you. So we won't have to hear that on the microphone. First up, on the top, you see the stickers. These are just regular marking seals, not water slide decals. But you can see on the right side, we've got a lot of mirror chrome type metallic stickers here that will give it some nice metallic-y details in there, and of course the mark for the shield and a whole lot of white markings. Now whether or not I will be able to put these on the kit, probably don't expect it. Alright, so looking at the runners, we have some red runners, some black runners, and a whole lot of stuff. So maybe, because you're not going to be able to see these quite well if we have this in front of the box, I'm going to go ahead and move the box out of the way here and just look at each runner one by one. So starting off with this one, they're calling the B Advanced MS joint. Is this a joint from a previous kit? Let's take a look and see what the date says on the back. Oh, it says Bandai 2018. So I don't remember exactly what the real grade, the same frame they used for the Sinanju look like, but I think this is completely different. I hope this is completely different, and it looks quite beefier. A bit different than the earlier real grades where they had like the different kind of plastics molded together and they had that really fancy stuff going on. So we'll have a look. All right, moving on. Let's go next to the A runner. So we have the shield and the yellow parts. That looks pretty cool. It's got like a really nice satiny finish on these black parts, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That looks pretty good. You can take a look there. Let's keep this going here. Let's take a look at, and I think these might be identical runners here. We have the F runner. So this is going to be some of your red parts for the feet and the arms and the legs. There you have it. Let's keep it going here. We're going to go on to some gray parts here. We're just taking them out of the box as they are packed in, basically. These are both identical H runners, so we're going to have some more of the inner frame part and what have you. The detail looks really, really great. This is where the funnels are going to be on the back, and I'm really liking the details that they have inside of this area of the funnels. Once you get it together, you probably won't see those details too much unless you open it up. All right, let's move on to the K runner. So this is, I think it's pretty much the same black that we saw on the A runner there. So we got some more parts for the funnels and other black parts. We got the tanks going on there, some arm parts. It looks pretty great. And we are going to take a look next at the E runners. Two identical E runners. Let me flip it around to have the correct side there. Some more red parts. All right, so that looks pretty good. Now, actually, Lindsay, if you would not mind, I just want to check, because this is a real grade kit, so we're probably going to end up with a couple of different kinds of reds in here.
Yep,
so
that's a little different.
These are, all right, so the F and the E runners, these are two completely different reds, although it might be a bit hard to tell on the camera. The one on the right is more of a glossy-ish, like Ferrari type red color, and the one on the left is a bit more pale.
Yeah, it's a little softer.
It's a bit softer there. So it's actually, this one is a bit more glossy to the F runner, but that one is a bit more satin kind of finish to it. So that's pretty cool to notice. We have, actually, let's go ahead and grab the next red runner just so we can keep the red comparison going on here. So this is going to be the D runner, and we're going to have some more parts for the shield and, of course, the helmet in there. That looks pretty cool. And the back skirt, some of the leg parts in there. So let's see, how do the colors match here? I like the sharp points on the tips of the shield. We got none of that safety stuff.
It looks like it's the same as the previous one.
All right, so it looks like the F and the D runners are the same, so it's going to be a bit different than that E runner. And speaking of the E runner, actually, I think this C runner is going to be the same kind of satinish, softer kind of red that we saw in the E runner there, right?
Yep, it looks about the same.
Looks about the same. All right, so we got two different tones of red plastic parts going on in here. We got the axe for this one, the helmet, or the spike that goes on the top of the helmet. So that's kind of cool. We got some different color red parts going on with this kit. We're going to move on next to the I runner. This is going to be more parts for the inner frames. We got the thrusters here on the side as well, some of the leg joints, bottom of the feet, and what have you. And let's move on next to the the G frame. All right, so this is the original G frame for the RG Sazabi, and we've got, actually, this is pretty much same gray, I believe, as the other one. Wow, that looks some really great detail there on that neck area, isn't it? That is just fantastic, fabulous. I'm really looking forward to getting this kit built here. And we have one last runner to look at here, and this is the J runner. Now, one thing to note, if you can see there, 2016. All right, so there is one runner in this kit that is not completely new. Every other runner in this kit, I do believe, was marked as 2018. So, well, actually, you get two of these, I should mention, as well. So you're going to have some effect parts to play with, and we can take a quick look at the manual. So this is a standard size manual for the RG, not extra big, like although the box was. Pretty much your standard fare. I'm kind of surprised this is only clocks in at 19 pages total, so it's kind of shortish. It's not as big as it could be. Oh, look, I guess you're not going to use one of the effect parts on that green runner. Oh, there's a couple of other parts that you're not going to use, although those probably just duplicate parts that we don't need. So, all right, so gosh, I think that about wraps it up for our unboxing. Oh, I guess we can show that. Of course, you got your guide for where you're going to put all of those markings. That looks like it is going to take quite many hours. So some people out there might be wondering, is Bandai going to release a water slide decal version of that marking sheet later on, like they did with the RG Sinanju? And nothing has been announced yet at this time, so we'll probably, if they do announce it, that's probably going to be later on, maybe some months after, or who knows if or when, but hopefully they will, and I'm looking forward to it. Alright, so that's it for the RG Sazabi. I look forward to putting this thing together.
Yep, and you've got a long weekend to do it, right?
That's right. We have a national holiday here in Japan called Obon.
Obon is actually kind of like Memorial Day in America, so it's not really a celebration at all. But it means a long weekend for us.
Right, a really nice long weekend that I have to build this thing. Although, because I'm kind of excited for this kit, I'm sure it won't take me too long. And looking at those parts, I mean, it had quite a few parts, but it didn't look too challenging, I should say. So, but anyway, we'll look forward to this Sazabi in the next episode. But for today,
who do we got
have
here?
A kit with no name.
That's right, it's the Astray no name.
The Astray no name, and also we have Kamen Rider Build.
Yeah,
so
from
this
the
is
figurized standard
figurized standard line. So do you want to take a quick look at these two kits and see how they compare?
Yep.
Looks like he's ready to fight.
I don't think he stands a chance against this Gundam, but
He's a bit lanky. But anyway, let's take a closer look.
Alright.
Alright, so here we're going to have a quick review of two different kits. We have, first up, rolling in front, is the figurized standard Kamen Rider Build. And this says rabbit tank form. Is there a rabbit? What do you... I never watched this series.
It's based on these items that he has in his belt here, how his armor appears.
Oh! Is that why it's red and blue?
So that's why it kind of combines two elements as well. I don't know if it shows it in the illustration there.
No, it doesn't really have it. It kind of just looks like what you get in the kit there. That looks really cool, though. So what do you think? I mean, one thing that stood out to me was you got a whole bunch of different colored plastics going on with this kit, but you also, indeed, you do have quite a few stickers that you're going to need to work with for this kit. So let's take a look. Let's start off with a look at all of the different stickers that we have to put on this kit.
Yeah, that's off I see his belt, of course. I think that's the biggest.
Well, there you go. Nice and focused. Yeah, that belt. So we got a nice chrome sticker there and another chrome sticker. This red part here is a sticker as well. That other thing on the left there is a sticker. So it's kind of, these are really, really small stickers, so it's a bit tricky to work with. I recommend using a toothpick. My favorite style of toothpick is, of course, toothpicks that are made out of bamboo, because they are quite more sturdy than a regular toothpick. So if you can find bamboo toothsticks, I highly recommend them. They don't break as often. All right, so yeah, you got stickers going on there. And the weapon, of course, you got a lot of stickers, all of the yellow parts. Pretty much every yellow thing you see on this kit, including that belt, are stickers. So all of the yellow markings are stickers. And what else for stickers? On the arms, you see these. The arms have a lot of blue parts, but for these two bands here on the arms, on the red side as well, those are going to be stickers. Now for the face mask, his eyes are clear blue and clear red parts, but they give you these metallic chrome stickers to put underneath it to kind of reflect that light. And those are going to go on the backside. Now, one thing that really drives me nuts is for some reason, this one here on the back of this red one just does not want to stick. It keeps popping off. You can kind of see that. I don't know.
Yep, there it is.
So it just like constantly keeps flopping off on me. I didn't touch it too much with my hand to get that grease on there or nothing, but I don't know. That just always drove me nuts. And of course on the back here we have this red and that blue are stickers as well. And that giant yellow band on his leg, I think. Yeah, the leg, or white band I should say. This is like one sticker that you just have to like...
Wow, that you wind around it.
Well, actually, they broke it up into like a million different chunks. So if you look at like the side here, you can see. Let me move this leg out of the way. You can see like the breaks. So you have like these different breaks where you have to put the sticker on. And I had a bit, and you can tell it's not kind of like lined up perfectly. I found the white sticker was a bit too wide for the line that was molded on underneath it. So it kind of looks a bit weirdish and wobbly, but. Overall, I mean, if you were to look at the kit from far away, you can't really tell about those minor details. And he looks quite great once you kind of show it off. So, I mean, we have a lot of Kamen Rider fans in the office and whatnot. When I came in this morning, I was showing him off. A lot of people were saying, "Hey, this looks pretty great." So, a lot of approvals going on for this kit. As far as articulation and whatnot, it's pretty much the same as the Fumina kit. All of the polycap stuff that it's like identical to one of those Fumina builds. You get pretty much the same thing as far as that goes. So, but he's pretty cool. I recommend it, especially if you are a Kamen Rider build fan and you are a fan of building your own stuff. Pretty cool guy. So let's take a look at some Gundam because he's turning around here. So we got Mr. No Name. So he has a nice asymmetrical design, as you can see. Looks really cool. He got that nice giant cape-ish type. Whoops.
Sorry, Kamen Rider.
Kamen Rider, no. Yeah, got that nice giant kind of cape thing that hangs off to one side there, as well as the leg. One side leg has the armor, the other doesn't. It really reminded me of the, what was it, the Wing Gundam Renesita from the first Build Fighters kit. Had that same asymmetrical thing. Now, the Renesita, I was actually able to take two of those kits and make a symmetrical version of that kit. And then they later came out with an actual symmetrical version of that kit. Slightly different design. But with this kit, I was wondering if I could do like the same thing. And I want to report right away, if you had that same idea that I do, that no, you're not going to be able to. I don't believe so. The leg, actually, you will be able to. The legs, when you build the legs, you are building two identical leg runners.
Oh, I see.
So if you were to buy two of this kit, you could build this with two of the armor pieces because those are identical. But the armor, the shoulder piece here, this white shoulder piece here, this is really specific for this side. You're not going to be able to reverse it because you're going to have this thing hanging off to the side there, so you're not going to be able to reverse that shoulder. And although I guess if you were just to build it with two of these giant capes, you could, but then you can see how it kind of hangs over farther to one side of his face, so I don't think two of them are going to fit on there without some kind of modification. But I would love to see if somebody out there on the internet could prove me wrong and build a beautiful symmetrical version of this guy. But he looks really cool. I love the color separation. Not a whole lot of stickers, although there were quite some going on. The gold things on his arm here, the blue markings that are just variously around his leg. There's some more gold on his legs. The head was really, really cool. Now, there's one feature about this. I'm not even sure what you would call this, like an antenna thing that kind of sticks off. Now, you're able to transform that, and you can reverse them so that they're these things are pointing back. And let's see what else. Let's show off the back of this kit, actually, if we can here, and get a focus on there so you can see. So he looks pretty cool. These things are articulated on the shoulder, so they can move around, and we can actually transform them into a weapon-ish type thing. Let me just throw him back on there. So you can kind of see that here in the manual. They're calling this the B Smart Gun, and also you can do they're calling it the Blue Dragon. So he's got some different kind of forms going on. Oh, speaking of, now that I see this in here in the manual.
You mean the Blade Dragon? I think you said Blue Dragon.
Oh, Blue Dragon. That was an Xbox game long ago. Blade Dragon. See, I got the Blade Dragon. You can turn it into like a backpack looking thing there. And also it mentions the Gauntlet Saber. So one interesting thing about this kit that I didn't show off before is his left side does have a hand, but the right side, actually there is no hand. So you're gonna, and there's no joint for a hand either. So if you want to give him a hand, you're not going to be able to, really.
Just a sword.
Just a sword. So yeah, there's a slot in there, and you can jam in that sword so he can.
That's pretty cool.
Swing away at it. Oh gosh.
It's like a concealed weapon.
Like a concealed weapon. It's kind of cool. All right, so here we have him set up now with the B Smart Gun. This thing is pretty massive. It's really, really cool looking.
I was shocked by how much longer it got.
Right? I mean, usually you're used to just seeing these parts as like just as the cape around one side, but once all these wings have like joints, so when you see them in the cape, everything's just folded up. But whoops, there it goes.
How dare you?
Look, I like how that leg, how that leg is just kind of hanging off to one side there. Help me! No, I'm not going to help you. I'm going to shoot you with my B Smart Gun. There we go. So yeah, that's pretty cool, isn't it? The no-name Gundam. This guy is really cool looking. Highly recommended. Let's put him on the turntable there as poor Mr. Kamen Rider sits off to the side with one leg on the...
stole that spot.
I just love the pose of that Kamen Rider.
Because his fist is like up in the air, like, how could you?
Right, and the leg is still on the table. Help me! Anyways, all right, we need to get this thing wrapped up so we can get going on the comments and the giveaway.
Those were nice kits. Thank you again
for building those. Indeed, Bandai makes some beautiful stuff. Highly recommended, especially if you like Kamen Rider. I mean,
and there's... Sorry.
I was just going to say, the last time they did a Kamen Rider figurized kit, it's been quite some time, I think. And they used to have like old kits.
You're right, the old
big
figurized.
Ones, right?
Before the standard line, when it just became like Dragon Ball Z.
Right. It's kind of cool, kind of nifty.
Yeah, and the colors are really nice.
Indeed, they are. It really stands out.
Yeah, I just wish there wasn't a sticker for his belt. Would have been nice if they'd just given you a yellow plastic.
There are quite a few stickers.
I digress.
Okay.
Shall I read some comments?
Yes, you shall.
All right. The first one comes from Kura, who said, Holy cow, I want that Astray no-name. The Build Divers suits have me so excited. I can't wait to see what else they have coming. Although I would love to have a model of that Tequila Gundam that they had on the earlier part of the season.
Okay, a Tequila Gundam. So that looks really cool. Cowboyish looking Gundam. Yeah, they always show like weird suits in the Build series, Build Fighters, Build Divers series.
Yeah.
Not all of them make it to kits. I remember the first season of Build Fighters. Say Iori's dad had this really nice looking perfect Gundam, and I was like, yeah, I want that kit in HG. Never came.
Really? I'm surprised. I mean, you'd figure they'd milk it for all it was worth.
Right.
But anyways, the next comment comes from Andres, who said, are you guys going to review the new figurized Naruto when it comes out? I'm pretty interested in that.
What do you think? Shall we?
You should.
Okay.
Because he has like magnets on his feet, so you can... Because, like, you probably don't watch Naruto, right? So I was a big Naruto fan back in, like, high school and college.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I was excited to see the figurized standard. Right. But he's got magnets on his feet because in the show they can use their skills to walk up walls.
Does the kit come with magnets, too, did it mention?
So, what the kit comes with are chakra effect parts. And these effect parts have the magnets on them.
Oh,
so you put Naruto's foot into the effect part. So it looks like this chakra energy
maybe you could stick
around
it on your
his
fridge
foot.
or something.
Yes, you can stick Naruto on your fridge.
That sounds cool.
I'm interested to see how well the joints hold up, because usually when you have a figure and it's sticking at a
he's
at
gonna
90,
just like flop over.
If the joints aren't strong, he'll just go whoop.
Help me.
But maybe you could stick him on ceilings too. I don't know.
Okay,
we should try all kinds of things.
But yeah, Naruto will be coming in September, I do believe, so that's coming up. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get that built for the show, I think.
Yep. I have a third comment here. That magical girl sure has one mean mug. Can't wait to see who at HLJ you find to build it.
Okay, so that was from Foxhound.
And that's still a mystery.
That is still a mystery. So that kid,
that
person who was supposed to build it didn't have time to get it finished for this week's episode. So we'll have to wait, and hopefully, since there's a nice long break coming up, that maybe next week we'll be back with that kit as well as the Sazabi. So we'll have to see if that's the case. Then that's going to be a really packed show with two things to show off here. It's going to be a rather long episode, probably.
Well, anyways,
right?
If we have, a minute over the weekend, we should kind of pester that person. Hey, have you built it yet? Have you built it yet?
Well, gosh, I mean, they can finish it whenever they want. We can have them on anytime. It's okay. And that kit, actually, when I opened that box, I was kind of surprised by how many parts were in that box.
Yeah.
Like the last time I did a Kotobukiya kit there wasn't as many parts. I mean, it's a smaller box, but it was just really packed.
Yeah.
So I was really kind of surprised. Like, oh,
I'm afraid.
I feel guilty for asking this person to build this kit.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was saying, like, I feel like they might unknowingly wait till the last minute and not have enough time.
Well, I mean...
But anyways, if that happens, they can wait till next week, because the Sazabi is going to be the star of this show.
That it is. What a beautiful red star it is.
Yes. And... we've got another beautiful thing.
All right, is it that time of the episode? It is time for our 2,000 yen HobbyLink Japan store credit giveaway. And this week, the random number generator has chosen comment number 24. And this is to Cast Off 20. All right, and Cast Off 20 says, Ultron looks awesome. Zaku 2. Okay, Mr. Castoff 20 or Mrs. Castoff 20, you will have your chance to buy your own Ultron or Zaku or both.
Yeah.
With the 2,000 yen HobbyLink Japan store credit.
Yep. Congratulations.
Congratulations. I'll be messaging you shortly, hopefully. All right, so, gosh.
I think that about does it.
That about does it. Do they want to win 2,000 yen for next week? Are we going to?
I don't know. Do they?
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay, so if you guys would like to also enter to win 2,000 store credit on HLJ.com, all you gotta do is find this episode in HobbyLink TV. That's our big blog channel. Yeah. And link to it is in the description if you're on YouTube. and post your comment there. Now, we love to read comments on both YouTube and HobbyLink TV, but you can only enter to win by posting your comment on HobbyLink TV. So be sure to do that. Be sure to sign up, complete your registration process so we can contact you.
Complete the registration. That's important.
Yes. If you don't, we literally have no way to reach you.
That's true.
So be sure to do that, and we look forward to reading your comments.
Okay, thank you very much. So, gosh, I think that about wraps it up for this episode.
All right. With that, we bid you adieu.
Yes, we do.
See you next time.